Before the world stirs awake, there is a sacred hour when everything feels still, untouched, and expectant. The sky carries a faint blush of promise, the air hums with quiet potential, and for a fleeting moment, it feels as if the entire universe is holding its breath, waiting for someone to speak. That someone is you. Every dawn, you stand before a blank page, and your words are the ink that will write the story of your day. Most people do not realize this. They open their eyes and immediately step into noise. The chatter of worry, the rush of duties, the heaviness of yesterday's thoughts. But those who learn to pause, to claim that stillness, discover a secret. The morning listens. It listens with perfect attention, ready to carry out whatever decree you make. If your first words are weary, the day becomes heavy. If they are grateful, the day glows. There is an invisible partnership between your breath and the breeze, between your heartbeat and the heartbeat of the world. Every declaration you make in those early minutes sends a pulse through creation, shaping what comes next. Think of the morning as the womb of possibility. It does not ask you what you deserve, it simply mirrors what you expect. Speak fear, and you summon shadows. Speak faith, and light rushes forward to greet you. The power of morning declarations is not about forcing destiny. It is about aligning with it. The universe already holds more blessings than you can count, but it waits for your permission to deliver them. That permission is your word. When you rise and say, "This is a day of increase. I am open to receive," you do not beg for good fortune. You command alignment. The energy that formed galaxies bends toward your conviction. It is not arrogance. It is remembrance of your design. You were created to speak life, to bless, to multiply good. Imagine standing by a window just before sunrise, watching the first golden lines stretch across the horizon. In that soft glow, whisper something powerful. Not to the sky, but through it. Today, everything works together for my good. Feel those words sink into your being like sunlight into soil. Let them warm you until belief takes root. Because once you believe, creation obeys. That is how increase begins, not with struggle, not with effort, but with sound. The kind of sound that carries certainty. The kind of sound the universe cannot ignore. When the morning finally breaks open, and the world begins to move, you will feel different. The noise of life cannot shake the calm of one who has spoken with purpose. You walk with quiet authority, knowing that the day has already been instructed to serve you. And when night falls, you will look back and realize that everything beautiful began in that silent hour when you decided to speak. There is a rhythm beneath everything that lives. A silent order that governs the rising of tides, the growth of trees, the birth of stars. This rhythm is the law of increase. It is the heartbeat of abundance. The current that turns small beginnings into great outcomes. And the moment you speak, you either move with this rhythm or against it. Your words are not random sounds. They are creative commands. Each one carries an instruction that the unseen forces of life obey without hesitation. Say, "I am lacking," and the current slows. Say, "I am increasing," and the current strengthens beneath your feet. It is not about pretending or ignoring your reality. It is about shaping it with conviction. Life does not respond to complaints, it responds to creation. When you understand this, you stop treating your speech casually. You begin to feel the weight and wonder in every word that leaves your mouth. The things you speak in frustration, the labels you give yourself, the stories you repeat, all of them become the scaffolding of your experience. The universe is a perfect listener. It never misshears you. That is why the wise speak increase, even when they see none. They bless their path while standing in the desert. They call things whole while they are still forming. because they know that everything begins in the invisible before it shows up in the visible. You cannot harvest what you never planted, and your words are the seeds of every outcome that blooms around you. Picture a farmer standing in a field. He cannot see the harvest yet, but he trusts the soil. Each seed he drops is a promise that growth will come. Your declarations work the same way. Every morning, when you speak words of prosperity, health, peace, and joy, you are planting into the fertile ground of creation. And though it may take time, those words begin to gather substance. They attract opportunities, align encounters, and move circumstances like pieces on a divine chessboard. Even when you think nothing is happening, the roots of your words are digging deep beneath the surface. The law of increase never sleeps. It only waits for consistent direction. You are never powerless, even when life feels uncertain. You hold the ability to redirect your entire experience through the language you choose. The world outside may whisper limitation, but the voice within can answer with truth. I am expansion in motion. Everything I touch multiplies. The moment you say it, you awaken that power. And once awakened, it cannot be silenced. The law of increase responds to certainty, not to chance. When your words carry faith, the world begins to rearrange itself to match your declaration. Doors that were once closed start to shift. People appear at the right time. Solutions rise like morning light. All of this begins with the simple, sacred act of speech. You speak, and creation moves. That is how powerful you are. There is a sacred space between what you have spoken and what you see. It is the in-between, the waiting ground, where faith is tested, and the unseen is quietly arranging itself into form. This is where most people give up. They speak words of power in the morning, but when the results don't appear by nightfall, doubt begins to whisper. They start to wonder if the universe heard them, if their declarations were strong enough, if maybe they imagined it all. Yet, what they do not realize is that this space of silence is where creation breathes. The delay is not denial, it is design. The roots of your words are still spreading beneath the surface, anchoring themselves in places you cannot see. The energy you have released is gathering strength, aligning people, moments, and miracles to meet you at the right time. If you can stay steady in this unseen season, if you can hold the vibration of abundance when there is no visible proof, you will witness the extraordinary unfold before you. Faithful expectation is not about hoping something will happen. It is knowing that it must. It is walking through your day with quiet confidence, as if the very air around you carries your answer. You no longer question if it's coming. You prepare for its arrival. You set the table for blessings long before they knock on your door. You smile at the sky, as if you already hold what you once asked for, and in doing so, you bridge the gap between desire and manifestation. Expectation is a magnet. It draws into form everything that matches its frequency. The universe listens more closely to what you feel than what you say. So when your emotions rise to match your declarations, creation begins to move faster, clearer, and closer. The challenge lies in remaining unshaken when nothing seems to change. But even in that silence, your faith is not wasted. It is shaping you into someone capable of carrying the blessing you're calling in. Sometimes, the increase is delayed not because it isn't ready, but because you are being refined for it. The waiting builds strength, gratitude, and awareness. It teaches you to find joy in the journey, not just in the outcome. And in that joy, your vibration rises higher, making it impossible for good to miss you. Each morning, when you declare increase, refuse to look for evidence in the outer world. Instead, feel it in your spirit. Imagine it already done. Walk with the posture of fulfillment. The one who expects abundance never chases it. Abundance follows them. Faithful expectation is a living prayer, a quiet certainty that bends reality to your belief. Keep speaking, keep believing, keep expecting, because somewhere, beyond your sight, the universe is already rearranging itself to deliver what you have dared to declare. And when it finally arrives, you'll know it was never late. It was waiting for you to become ready to receive. There is a sacred tension between what you declare and what you see. It is the quiet season, after the seed has been planted, but before the sprout breaks the surface. This is the space where faith either matures or fades. Many lose their strength here. They speak power into the morning, yet by nightfall, disappointment begins to whisper, "Nothing is happening." But something is happening. Always. The unseen is never still. The very moment you spoke your words of increase, the universe began moving. Energy started to rearrange itself. Invisible threads started weaving opportunities, connections, and divine timing together in ways your eyes cannot yet perceive. But the soil of creation demands patience, not panic. The one who learns to hold steady during the waiting becomes unstoppable, for they have discovered the secret of faithful expectation. The ability to believe without proof, to celebrate before arrival, and to trust the unseen hand that shapes destiny. Faithful expectation is not begging, and it is not blind wishing. It is standing in quiet certainty, knowing that what you've asked for is already in motion. It's walking through the day, as if the blessing has already arrived, because in truth, it has. Only in another realm of time, when you expect good, you magnetize it. When you expect increase, you begin to attract it. The air around you changes. The people around you respond differently, and opportunities start to recognize your vibration. Expectation sends out a frequency that cannot be ignored. But when doubt enters, it creates static. The clearer your belief, the faster the manifestation forms. That is why the most powerful souls are not those who strive endlessly, but those who stand calmly in trust. The ones who can smile, even when nothing seems to move, because they understand that waiting is not empty, it is sacred. In the quiet between your words and their manifestation, something beautiful happens. You start to grow into the person who can handle the increase you called in. You become wiser, stronger, more grateful. You begin to realize that sometimes the delay is not punishment. It is preparation. The blessings you asked for are large, and the universe, in its kindness, makes sure you are ready to carry them. You cannot rush divine timing any more than you can force the sun to rise faster. Your job is to stay aligned, to keep your heart open, your words pure, and your faith steady. Keep saying, "It is unfolding perfectly for me." Because it is. Even when you cannot see it, your faith is building a bridge to everything you desire. The day will come when what you've spoken will stand before you, real and radiant, and you will realize that every moment of faith was worth it. You will understand that the waiting was not a pause. It was a sacred choreography of miracles, aligning in your favor. Keep expecting. Keep believing. Keep speaking light over your life, because every word spoken in faith is a promise waiting to return multiplied. Your morning declarations were never lost to the wind. They were carried to the heart of the universe, and soon, they will return to you in full bloom. This is the moment you stop questioning and start knowing increase is not coming. It's already yours.